So nowadays, people without any idea about art in general can make a digital painting, and people who never studied music can produce a song. Generative AI may be a dream come true for many people, but is this really what they wished for? When it comes to writing, for instance, it is already known that those who cannot write but have an idea they want to turn into a book can become authors. These people may not have the necessary skills or the time to invest in learning how to write, so they can choose to hire a ghostwriter, which is perfectly legal but also very expensive, unaffordable even in most cases, unless you are a celebrity. So it's perfectly understandable why everyone is excited about AI. Generative artificial intelligence is capable of generating text, images, videos, or other data using generative models, often in response to prompts. Generative AI models learn the patterns and structure of their input training data and then generate new data that has similar characteristics. Thus, the results obtained with generative AI are not authentic, they are not the expression of the creator, but a synthetic mashup based on already existing materials that were once created by human beings. The results are not only poor from a professional point of view, but they also lack emotion. They may be sufficient for those who don't have the talent for drawing, but this self-gratification releasing endorphins is only short-term. Generative AI will not turn anyone into an artist, composer, writer, or even a translator. AI is not a substitute for talent, study, knowledge, and all those years of training that bring decent, least to say, professional results. Besides, the act of creating something is not just about the result itself, but also about the process, as in some cases it might take years to finish a project. Making a painting, composing a song, or writing a book, these are all transformative inner journeys. When you finish writing a novel, you will not be the same person you were at the beginning. Every artist, every writer enjoys the labor. It's all about the pleasure of discovering, learning, and experimenting. This is what defines the artist. It's all about the struggle, the failures, the imperfections, and the satisfaction you get at the end upon assessing your progress. We don't have to work hard, but smart. Okay, but working smart doesn't mean giving prompts to a generative AI tool, because the results are not in the least smart. Chances are you might be actually better than AI when it comes to creative writing, for example, but you don't trust yourself enough, or you are not willing to invest time and effort in working on your skills. Which is ironic, because you are in fact wasting lots of precious time on telling AI what to do instead of using that time to work on yourself. Rather than becoming your greatest version, you're helping a computer program become its greatest version. It's empowering, I know. You feel almighty as everything is under your command, and you can finally create something easily and quickly without any knowledge or skills, even if the result is not what it should be. But you want to create something so badly you settle for what you're getting, only because it's accessible. For example, some people are satisfied with publishing poorly written and poorly edited books because they are desperate to become authors and don't care about quality. They don't even know what quality is and don't want to learn what quality is, so as not to become disconcerted or get a guilty conscience. In most cases, quality is expensive. Hiring a professional is not cheap like AI. This is why standards nowadays get lower and lower. On the other hand, you may say, but I am not creative enough, or I don't have imagination. That's why I need AI. Well, you might not have the imagination for an epic fantasy novel like The Lord of the Rings, but you could have imagination for something else. You might even have an undiscovered, unique talent no one else has. Many people cling to traditional artistic expressions because they believe these are the fastest ways to gain recognition, social validation, and eventually fame, although they don't enjoy the long, tedious, challenging, and frustrating process of creating. They simply want the result. But creativity is expressed through many forms. You just have to find the right one for you. Creativity is basically a human characteristic and can be developed at any stage in life. Unless you identify yourself with an animal and choose to limit your cognitive capacities, relinquishing this power to a computer program, it's like denying yourself the ability to learn the alphabet or the ability to think, to discern. I agree that some AI tools can be really helpful, especially when it comes to technical aspects. But using them correctly and productively depends on your knowledge and level of experience in a certain field. There is a huge difference between being able to do something with a tool and knowing how to do something without that tool, which you may choose to use only to enhance your potential and productivity. Let's bear in mind that our species has managed to create extraordinary things throughout history without electricity, running water, and all the comfort and countless possibilities of our age. However, since the rise of technology, we've become less and less creative, less and less capable of making great art. That's mainly because we're relying more and more on machines and computers. The use of digital animation, for example, has ruined the quality of Disney movies during the past decades. We think we are smarter than our ancestors, but we're not. They had much higher levels of artistic intelligence. All the things that make our life easier than theirs are hindering our creative potential. Thus, we are using a smaller part of our brain's capacity than they used to, because now we have robots and computer programs that do many tasks in our place, starting from simple math calculations. Everything has to be easy nowadays, less subtle and less complex. We always seek shortcuts, how to learn and make things quickly and effortlessly. And that causes brain atrophy. We're literally heading towards idiocracy. Creativity is also strongly linked to our mental health, so being creative has a series of benefits, even if we don't create something big and impressive that would bring us fame. Claim your right to evolve and be authentic. Claim your right to be human. You will always have more creative potential than AI. Why? Because creativity is a fragment of divinity encoded into our DNA. For this reason, I strongly believe AI won't never replace artists and writers unless they choose to be replaced by it.